Alright, so I've come to the realization that there's going to be lots of fast forwarding in my videos, because nobody wants to see all this stuff done, but everybody wants to know how it's done. So, this is my garlic. I still haven't told you what I'm making yet. That's fun. I'm guessing if you linked over from my KitchenAid pasta video, you know that it's going to be some type of pasta dish. But I'll get to it, or else I'll put it in the title. I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of my garlic. I like garlic. If you don't like garlic as much as I do, use less of it. So this seems to be peeling easy, so I'm going to go ahead and let it do its thing instead of crushing it. Changed my mind. That one may have been easy. I'll cut off the stump there. But the rest of these aren't being so easy. So there you go. Take your garlic cloves and crush them. Now I'm only crushing enough that this skin is going to peel off easy. But it'll just come right off. I'm going to cut off the hard spot on the bottom there. Sometimes I do that before I peel them, but you know, I don't really care what order I do things in. Cut it all off together. Alright, now the way I'm using these today doesn't really matter how small I get it, so I'm actually just going to slice this stuff up. Not too thick, but not feather thin either, so. Next, we have baby portobello mushrooms. Now I'm not going to use a whole ton of these, but let me check how much y'all can see here. Get a little better view of this. And, oh yeah, I was zoomed in. Cool. Alright, so I'm going to turn my sink on with some cold water. Do a little jet and pull that out. You know what? Just do it that way. Lighter. Okay, and I'm just going to rinse these mushrooms off. Now, if you don't have a dry place to put them after you rinse them, make sure to set them up. You don't want them sitting in their own water, or else that water will soak into the mushroom. And you want nice dry mushrooms when you're sauteing them. Alright, now I like big chunks of mushrooms in my meat, in my pasta, and anything really. So I'm going to cut mine, not a ½ an inch, but slightly more than a quarter. Alright, now, in case you're wondering how much garlic this is, I want to get it off the cutting board, so I'm going to use my knife here and just kind of scoop it up. Put it in my miniature measuring cup. This is a measuring cup that I used for the water in my pasta video. I made pasta just a second ago, so I already had it out, already had it dirty. Alright, so if you're me, you like a lot of garlic, you're going to want, that's not a quarter cup, we'll say that's 3/8 of a cup. You can use a lot less than that. But like I said, I'd love me some garlic. So I have my chicken sitting over here, it's already been rinsed. I'm going to cut it just into strips. There we go. That's my chicken. I'll put that in a bowl over here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start boiling the noodles. So I'm going to take a little bit of butter and That's interesting. And then, like I said, about a tablespoon of salt. And when it starts to boil, I'm going to get me my noodles and put them in there. So these are the noodles I made in a video just a little while ago. Let's see how well you can see these. Alright, for sake of time, I went ahead and cooked the chicken. Everybody knows how to saute chicken. So now, put some olive oil and some butter in the pan. And while that's melting and getting ready to go, we're going to put our garlic in there. So, there you go. I'm going to saute this garlic just when it starts to get going. There you go. Let it simmer for a bit. And we're going to add a little bit of salt, not too much. But a lot is going in here, so a little salt. A little bit of pepper, and I don't use my fine ground for this because it's going to be simmering for a bit, so it'll get time to get all that pepper and garlic flavor out. Alright, now it's been simmering for a bit, get some of the garlic flavor out. Yeah. You'll see some of them start to turn golden, and then in go the mushrooms. Again, a little more oil. Alright, I've sauteed all that enough. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour it over here right on top of my chicken. Go back down. Come over here and get me some milk. I'll start cooling the pan down. Alright, now this part is where it gets a little bit weird for you. My aunt here recently gave me this package of dehydrated spinach. Now you can use fresh spinach for this. It's just going to take a lot longer for this to get down. So that's a whole lot of spinach right there. We're going to get that mixed in. I'm going to turn this heat way down. We're going to do a little bit of oregano in here with the spinach. Then, I'm going to take our heavy whipping cream, pour away. You go ahead and use all of that. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Well, you are hungry, aren't you? Add a little smidge of flour to help thicken it up for sake of time. Alright, now as the sauce thickens up, I'll go ahead and add the chicken and mushrooms. Make sure I get all the mushrooms in there. Don't worry about how much of that juice you get in there. That juice is actually a good part of the sauce. It's mostly juice that cooked out of the chicken because the mushrooms absorbed almost all of the olive oil. So if you want, go ahead and stir that in too.
What's chicken?
No, oh, okay, here's one last piece. It's hot. Turn this off, keep it steaming there. So I got some of this homemade spinach pasta that I made in the last video. Put it in a bowl there. I'm going to scoop me up some of this sauce in a ladle with lots of chicken and mushrooms. See if I get some sauce without so much chicken and mushrooms. Pour it over. It could be prettier, but I guarantee it'll be tough to make it tastier. So that's it. There's a chicken and mushroom Alfredo. Call it Alfredo. It's a white sauce. And my spinach. I put spinach in the noodles and in the sauce. So there it is. I think it's beautiful. I'm going to try it, and I know the sauce is good, so we're going to sit down and eat. Thanks for watching.